Hey guys, this is Names with Names Repairs, and in today's video I'm going to continue where I left from with the W202 wiring issues. In this video I'm going to remove the wire from the car and then strip it down to each individual wire, and we're going to take it from there. So without wasting time, let's dive right into it. This is the Mercedes wiring, and to be honest with you, my desk is a bit of a mess, but if you can see exactly what I'm doing here is that the wire is in bits. If you can see, it's already ripped off, and this is what was causing bad idle issues and everything. You know, the W202 wiring harness. As we all know, the wiring harness was biodegradable, and this is the result of the wire being biodegradable. So I decided I'll start with these bigger wires first to remove them. But here, if you can see, they're okay at the bottom. So I don't think they're too bad for now. But what I want to do is I want to cut them out and follow them through. And then after that, I should be able to see if I can solder them from here, because I can't find these connectors and pins anywhere else. I've looked for them everywhere else to get new ones, but it's just nearly impossible to get the pins. So I'm trying to see if I can repair this without having to remove much of the bottom end of the wire, or if I have to, I'm gonna just have to solder on top of what is there. But for now, let me take out these two wires. It's a step-by-step process. I'm not gonna rush it because I'm not an expert in this, but it's do-it-yourself kind of thing that has led me here. So this comes up to here, and this plugs into the coil pack. It sits on top of the intake, and we'll start with these two wires for now. So what I have to do is find a way to open here and solder a wire here, then bring it back into the harness. Now, with this out of the way, I'm just gonna have to remember that the white wire was on position 1 here. There's 1, 2, 3 kind of like male pins here that go into the female part onto the coil pack side. So 1, 2, 3. So I just have to remember that the black and white wire was on the first part. But in case memory runs out, you know, because I'm not going to be doing this every day, I just have to take a photo to remind myself what I was doing prior. You would do the same if you're not consistently at your project. So the next thing is to open up here and then solder this part in there with a whole different wire altogether. That's how it's going to go from now. So let's dive right into it. I'll try to use this small flat one, and then it clicked open, and that's where you get to solder these, I suppose. And there's only 2 wires, but there's a slot for 1, 2, 3. So I don't know if there was another male pin poking out of there, but for now, that's how you open this little. Push this, and out, and it's going to be open. So now it's all about soldering new wire into this. Now, with that part that I'm working on out of the way, I can actually remove this and make room for myself so that the next process of fixing the first end of this part is easier and we can all see. Otherwise, the other wire being here is just building confusion for no reason. So best to take out this out of the way and leave this here. So now all we have is this bit to work on. New wire will come in and we're going to take it from there. Lucky enough, this wire might just match this one. I need to measure them in mils and see, but this looks like it's black and white as well. So this wire came out of a Ford, a project car I had that I never finished. So I need to measure the mils of this wire and match it to this one, because this one looks a bit fatter, but I suppose it looks like this, brittle and broken, while this one is soft and, you know, has a better feel to it. And it looks like there's more wire in here anyway, so this might not be the ideal candidate to this one, because this looks like it's a bit bigger. So this will be out of the way. And when I went to the junkyard, I was cutting off random wires from different Mercedes just so I can use some of the wires that I found in the junkyard. So these little small wires will match up. Many of them have similar colors to the actual wiring harness, so a lot of wire will be borrowed from here to replace the broken ones on the harness. In the meantime, I have to find a perfect match for this one. But then this has a different color. If I don't have the actual color, what I'll do is that I'll find a perfect match, measure its continuity, and see if I can just label it a different, I can just put tape on it or some marker to remind me that it was the white or the black wire. That's what I'll do. But anyways, stay on with me. It's a very slow process, but I'll do it in step by step so that anybody out there who has this wiring issue can be able to resolve it on their own. Because trust me, it's been a very difficult time to find this wire. It will be a difficult thing to do, but we're gonna have to take it step by step, because if we rush into it, we might just make ourselves a nuclear bomb. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do it in this type of pace, because I don't want to blow up myself or blow my car in the end. So it's gonna be a very step by step and very careful tutorial. So you're gonna have to be patient with it. And I know that there's a lot of people out there with the same wiring issue and you can't find a replacement wire, or it's very expensive, you know. So I'm gonna try and do it at home with the cheapest, well, not the cheapest, but the best material that I can find for a lower price. Like a wire like this, I bought it for €10 in the scrapyard. So you can go in any scrapyard and pick up any wiring harness and just take out wires that match up your wiring harness on the Mercedes. That's what I'll try to do anyway. Try to take it easy and slowly by slowly, it's wire at a time. I cannot rush this process, but I'm sure it will help anybody out there who's facing these type of troubles with the W202. And I know there's a lot of videos on YouTube, but they never show you exactly how they did it. I am here and I'm going to show you starting with this wiring harness. Then I'm going to pull out every single wire in the car slowly by slowly, all of them degraded wires. We're going to remove them and we're going to get to the bottom of things and we're going to put these cars back on the road. So stay with me.